Hello, welcome to this Inspiration for Life Insight video. In this video, we're going to be looking at an oracle message that I received quite recently that I want to share again, and also a story about a visual that I had of two butterflies that were connected with the same body. I understand that this may have been two butterflies mating, but the spiritual message that I received from it was that when we are attached to something and you've got one body that is stronger and more autonomous, free to fly wherever it wants to go, but the other is facing in the opposite direction, looks like a butterfly, flapping its wings like a butterfly, face like a butterfly, all the things of a butterfly. That particular butterfly that was attached to the other butterfly's body had no autonomy. It wasn't free to go where it wanted to go. It wasn't free to feed. And if it remained like that, it would ultimately die. Well, of course, if the butterflies were mating, this is something that was useful and important. But sometimes we can outlive our time in a mating or union type situation with beliefs, with toxic situations, with addictions that first started out being comforts and then became addictions, sometimes even benefits that once were beneficial to us become like nooses to us if we are finding ourselves in some kind of addictive cycle with them or attached to them to such a degree that it's preventing us from spreading our wings and flying free in our autonomy and our full potential. So bear that in mind during this season. Ask yourself, am I attached to something that's weighing me down, something that is creating a gravitational pull and preventing me from flying free in my fullness and my freedom? What was once useful to me and beneficial to me, has it become outdated? Is it now obsolete in my life and I'm ready to move on to fresh pastures, new seasons, and new ways of thinking and approaching my life? As we move now to the oracle message that I received quite recently, I want you to be encouraged by this. It's potent and powerful. I took it by way of a divine dictation, as I call it. And it says this: way showers, light bearers, star souls, awakeners, grid layers, and connectors. This was language I have not really heard, so this was interesting to me. The message is this: the time has come. The embodiment of Christ in fullness is now. Nothing blocking, nothing preventing, nothing obscuring, nothing forbidding, except what you allow. The earth herself is awakening to her golden hour. We are with her, not separate. In this awakening and transfiguration, all is connected. See yourself not on the earth only, but of the earth. And I want to stop here and say that part of what I've been receiving recently is the understanding that when we ground and we use the earth to ground us and to help us to align and function well, we can also be used as the grounders of light codes, of new information, of understanding that is coming in when we recognize ourselves as the sons of God. When we reveal to ourselves as the sons of God, we can be useful then in being conduits and conductors of information, of light into the earth herself to aid in her liberty and her coming into her fullness of creation. See yourself not on the earth only, but of the earth. The integration of Christ's Spirit and Son of Man, Son of God, transcendent form en masse is the heartbeat of Creator in this moment in eternity. The time is now. Align with the timeline. Release anything and everything holding you back from anchoring light into the earth through your being and divine technology. Live close to nature, to the moon, to the stars, and flow with the guiding rhythms and impulses for optimum success in your personal mission. It's time for the projects you came here to do. Have you begun? Have you been assembling the scaffolding and refining the blueprint? Build. Build with care. Build solidly. Build boldly. Attune to the Spirit. For there is a land of glorious new earth that has foundations whose builder and maker is God. And this, loved ones, is what you are building. Yes, there will be opposition. It has always been so. But be not perturbed. Rise unapologetically in your light. Gather with others who are doing the same. Gather, even though their project is different to yours. For it is in and by the unified and held divine crescendo of God, light, and sound that the wall of the old order will come crumbling down. Yes, there will be an apparent chaos for a time, but you have been readied. Your services for healing, recovery, and teaching are being prepared and are already. Health hubs of spiritual, herbal, and physical medicine will be available for an integration of souls who are only just now attuning to the higher vibrations of earth. You leaders of the way, true disciples of Christ and Christ consciousness, be filled, be prepared. You are the lamp of God. Who you are and your extension of creative works is the citadel set on a hill that will give light to all who are in the house. Release all bushels, shrouds, dimmer switches, and get fully plugged in. And yes, like the butterfly, release yourself from any embodiment or attachment to things that are going to weigh you down and create a gravitational pull on you that prevents you from rising in freedom to higher ground. Light codes are here for the next phase. Move through the open portals to elevated frequency. No going back. Do not be distracted. Do not be offended. Do not be troubled. All is provided. The riches are in the glory. Use your creative equipment. Be willing to travel light. Way showers, ask yourselves, what do I most need? Refine your values. Release all things that weaken your signal. Breathe the beauty of the natural world. This will be your strength, your sustenance, your fuel. It is more so than you might comprehend at this time. Remember, the ascension is not purely human. It engages all creation. The mother is holding all who choose her arms. Receive the lessons of the elements, earth, air, fire, light, and water. Assimilate in balance. Balance your energy. This will serve you well. The severance is being eliminated. The idea of separation is being let go. The marriage has come. It is now. Union is now. All systems firing. All 7 centers or churches, however you might see it, spiraling and operating in perfection. Breathe this in. Receive and posture yourself for light infusions, clearings, removals, and healings. For some, a metaphorical rug has been pulled from underfoot. Allow it to be pulled. And tune in for your new orders. Gather your strength in quietness and confidence. Your work is so appreciated. Your reward is in your alignment. Wow, what a powerful and encouraging word. I hope that you are really preparing yourself to build, to do the work that you came here to do. I'm going to mention at this point that I'm going to run a soul purpose ignition and activation for those who have been through some of the hardest times in their life. But you've come through, you've been refined, but your soul mission is calling to you strongly right now. And for those that would just need some support and some activation and some tools for helping them to really step fully into their soul purpose and soul mission at this time. That will be on my website, and you can find that in the comments or in the comment box below. Additionally, I want to say this. There are some who have put down their building tools and become distracted by the things they see around them. But take up your tongues, your prayers, your rituals, your building tools. Stir up the gifts that are dormant within you. Lay aside weights and snares of illusion and the seduction of narratives which have no bearing on your reason for being here, your calling and your soul mission. Come out of the lost woods the trees again. Remember the rock from which you were hewn. Cleanse your garments. Be about Creator's business. Act with resolution now and rejoin the building work. For each one this applies to, it will mean something slightly different. But you hear the trumpet blast, so to speak, and your soul knows this sound. Rise now and shake off your ashes. Linger no more amongst the tombs of dead men who are bent on castrating your power and halting your momentum. If you smell death in the pot, why eat the poison? Choose this day who you will serve, who you will follow. Be the butterfly that is free to fly and not overly attached to things that will weigh it down and prevent it from operating in its autonomy. Mixtures will weaken you. You will vomit at the sickness of your own inner division and war. You will war without end at your own spiritual schizophrenia if you do not step fully into your Christ embodiment, your in Christ embodiment at this time. Come out, be free, align with life, exit whitewashed tombs, remove yourself from anything that keeps you from the upward call of God. Well, there is a lot in these words, and I hope that you've been encouraged. I hope that you will check out the activation, the Soul Purpose activation that will be running in June. It's going to be a powerful time of release, of freedom, of breakthrough, and alignment so that we can move forward into the rest of this 2023 year really emboldened, really strong, and really stepping into the fullness of all that we are in identity and purpose. I hope you'll join me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.